Chapter 19: The Real Enemy. Inside the command center, rebel leaders gathered around a central table, the tension in the air thick enough to cut through. Zeke stood by as Delon was locked in a high-security holding cell, his eyes flicking from the grim faces around him to the man who had caused so much pain. Arden crossed his arms, his face set in a hard line. "We've got him, but Concord knows we're here. They'll send everything they've got to wipe us out." Kara nodded, pacing the room. Delan's forces are fractured, but Concord's grip on the city is still strong. We can't hold them off forever. Zeke stared at Delon through the glass wall of the holding cell. The man sat there, utterly calm, as if none of this concerned him. It made Zeke's blood boil, but he kept his emotions in check. They had bigger problems now. "We need to use him," Zeke said, his voice steady. "Delan's the key to destabilizing Concord's hold. He knows their inner workings, their weaknesses. If we can make him talk, we can turn the tide." Arden frowned. "And what makes you think he'll cooperate?" Zeke's gaze hardened. "He's a survivor. He'll do whatever it takes to save his own skin." Kara stopped pacing and turned to face Zeke. "But can we trust anything he says? He's lied to all of us." Zeke shook his head. "We don't need to trust him. We just need to make sure that whatever information he gives us, we verify it ourselves. He'll try to manipulate us, but we'll stay one step ahead." The room fell into silence as the gravity of the situation settled in. The rebellion was on the brink of collapse, and their only chance of survival was to outthink and outmaneuver a man who had been playing this game far longer than any of them. Suddenly a loud crash echoed from the holding cell. Everyone turned in alarm as the glass wall shattered, and Delan burst free, his hands no longer bound. The soldiers guarding him lay unconscious on the floor. "Damn it!" Arden cursed, drawing his weapon. "How did he—" But before anyone could react, Delan was gone, slipping through the shadows like a ghost. Chaos erupted in the command center as alarms blared and soldiers scrambled to contain the breach. Zeke's heart pounded in his chest. Delon had escaped. Again. "We have to find him," Kara shouted, already running toward the exit. But Zeke knew deep down that Delan was already gone. The real fight wasn't just about chasing one man, it was about dismantling the system that had allowed Delan to thrive, the system that had turned friends into enemies and corrupted everything they once stood for. And as Zeke stood in the heart of the rebellion's crumbling base, he realized something else. The battle for Skyhold was far from over.